When you hear me say Fallout 2, you're probably thinking about maybe the second season to the popular Fallout show that just recently came out. Yeah, because of course there is no Fallout 2 game, right? The series started in 2008 with Fallout 3, right? Well, no, that's absolutely incorrect. I mean, to me, that's what I sometimes think. I think a lot of people really jumped on board the Fallout series with Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas, so it's easy to oftentimes forget that there was a Fallout 1 and Fallout 2 way before Fallout 3. But from what I can see online, Fallout and Fallout 2 were very good at the time, so people who have actually played those games probably have fond memories of it. And even people who haven't, well, maybe they want to go back and just experience it, see what started the series. So Fallout 1 and Fallout 2 actually came out in 1997 and 1998. Now, obviously being a whole decade before Fallout 3, it looked a lot different than what we know as the more modern Fallout games, right? These were like 2.5D games. They were very much, 90s PC games. Definitely not 3D by any means. And also, funny enough, they had completely different development teams. Both Fallout 1 and 2 were developed by Interplay Productions, and then it wasn't until Fallout 3 when it moved to Bethesda. So fast forward now to the year 2024. Obviously, a ton has happened with the Fallout series. Sure, you've got the show that recently made it popular even among people who maybe didn't once know what Fallout even was. But even besides that, there has been a lot to look forward to in the Fallout universe. Fallout 5 is coming sometime down the road at some point. But even besides that, we've still got mods for Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, and the most recent Fallout 4. Obviously, Fallout 4 kind of makes the most sense in terms of a little something called total conversion mods, right? So these are games that basically create an entirely different game within a game by modding it using that game's engines, tools, etc. So the most recent example I can actually think of is there's something called Fallout London that's almost about to come out, and that is actually being developed through Fallout 4's engine. That is a very awesome project that I'm really looking forward to. That's going to be basically Fallout taking place in London. And yeah, games like this are really cool because yeah, they use the same, tools, objects, etc. from Fallout 4, but besides that, it's an entirely different game with new characters, new stories, new dialogues, new weapons. I mean, basically everything is new. And you might have heard of like ROM hacks too for, Nintendo 64 games, right? It is basically something like that, but way more complicated than making, say, a Nintendo 64 ROM hack. Well, kind of bridging the gap here of what I'm talking about. So Fallout 2, obviously, like I said, that is a game that a ton of Fallout fans have not played just because it was made so long ago, and maybe even today it's probably hard to get into because it just doesn't have that modern look to it, that modern feel. It's probably not very approachable to somebody who has not already played it. Well, this is exciting. I just saw a story today about something that has actually been going on now for, from what I can see, at least 4 years now. So there is a total conversion mod for Fallout 4 that is currently being worked on that is going to basically be a remaster of Fallout 2. It's going to recreate Fallout 2 in the Fallout 4 engine. Now right now this is called Project Arroyo, Arroyo. Don't know how to pronounce it, but anyway, it is being led by Damion Daponte. It's got over 100 developers on it, which is pretty cool, especially if they're not getting paid, especially if they're just kind of doing it for the fun of it. I think that is very cool. And yeah, it's just giving a modern spin on Fallout 2. It's bringing everything into the 3D environment that we obviously know and love from Fallout 4. And the reason I recently came across this is because one of the websites I frequently look at, thegamer.com, published a story about how one of its authors, James Troden, there's another name, sorry, I can't pronounce. Anyway, he interviewed this Damion guy that is leading the Fallout 2 remake, and basically came to the conclusion that it sounds like it's making a lot of great progress, it's going along quite well, and he even brought up that he wants to bring this total conversion mod to Steam so that it can be accessible to a ton of people. Obviously, Steam is the most accessible way to play PC games, and its mod integration works pretty well also. And he also referenced this other total conversion mod for Skyrim called Enderall Forgotten Stories, which I had to look into this. I had never heard of this. This is from 5 years ago, and it looks awesome. Now, I didn't know this, but yeah, I guess Steam is actually pretty good when it comes to supporting these mod creations for games that already exist. I'm sure there's like stuff that goes on in the background in terms of the legality of it, but I think stuff like this, if you jump through the right hoops, it can actually get, approved and greenlit by Bethesda. They're fine with it. They won't take it down. All the more reason to just make things official and put it on Steam. So I'm really glad that they are doing that. So yeah, overall, I am very excited about this. So if you haven't ever played Fallout 1 or Fallout 2, and like myself, maybe you kind of wanted to jump into one of these classics, but you were a little bit intimidated on the sort of 90s feel of it, well, pretty soon, hopefully very soon from what it sounds like as far as the development going fast, you'll soon be able to actually experience experience Fallout 2, a game from the 90s, fully remastered, fully remade in a 3D world, all thanks to a group of passionate modders.